The safety and well-being of children should be the top priority when creating a product for them, one would think. It's alarming to say that's not always the case. Some toys that have actually made it to the stores leave you wondering what the technical requirements are for toy inventors and manufacturers. We're not sure if people are ignorant or intentionally bad people, but some of these toys simply make you wonder. The 10 most dangerous kids' toys ever made are here to entertain and horrify you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel before jumping on the video. The idea behind these small beads, which you could arrange in any form and then permanently glue together with merely water, was incredibly interesting. Additionally, they were clearly not a toy for 18-month-old children, and the packaging had warnings to that effect. In contrast, some parents in 2007 let their 18-month-old kid to play with them. The true issue arises because he consumed them. The date-rape drug, GHB, which is included in the adhesive, becomes active when consumed. The little child suffered brain damage after waking up from a coma. While it goes without saying that parents should constantly keep an eye on their children and adhere to toy age recommendations, such substances have no place in toys. The same who created erector sets also produced this toy in 1950. With the US winning the Second World War and all that jazz, atomic energy was all the rage in the 1950s, but this toy may have overdone the enthusiasm. There was genuine living uranium ore in there. In reality, there are 3 main types. You need not worry, though, because it also included a Geiger counter in case your child started to glow at night. Ping-pong balls were shot out of this toy gun towards your companions. It seems innocuous, no? Well, I used what I dubbed magic crystals to burn them, which were actually calcium carbide. Calcium carbide and water combine to form a highly combustible gas that, if middle school chemistry were being taught today, would cause a minor explosion that would launch the ping-pong balls over 70 feet. Imagine what happened. Think about how awesome it would have been to blast flaming ping-pong balls. In the eyes of those who were unaware, sky dancers were little fairy dolls with wing arms. When you pull the rope while your dancer is sitting in the base, her arm wing things flare out and she spins in the air. A rigid piece of plastic with no ability to direct her course. There were hurt people. Corneal scratches, brief blindness, minor concussions, face abrasions, and more. They were quite enjoyable. They were also recalled. The Consumer Product Safety Commission not only suggested that the Bird of Paradise catapult be banned, it was also one of the first toys to be remade due to harm risk rather than unsafe materials. It was a catapult that also had a few very pointed missiles in it. With the help of tiny magnetic balls and tiny plastic pieces with magnets at the ends, you may construct objects with the help of the toy set Magnetix. The components were kept together by the magnets. Sounds fantastic, no? We are no longer able to have these toys since some little children who weren't old enough to play with them choked or needed surgery to have the magnets removed. Same thing happened to Bucky balls. Please refrain from attempting to swallow anything and keep babies away from objects that they could ingest. In 1959, this toy was introduced. It was a different era. There were times when it was acceptable to shoot a tiny brass-encased plastic bullet that could go up to 15 feet in any direction and was loaded with a little explosive cap to produce a bang, bang from your crotch. Many eyes were damaged. However, if you still think this is the best idea ever, you can still get them on eBay for around $50. Children were viewed as stronger than adults in the mid-1800s than they are today. Or disposable. Maybe it explains why there were so many kids. In any case, they believed that giving kids a moving toy locomotive was quite acceptable. The Stevens Company model Dockyard locomotive got around this in an era when everyone had a Duracell by employing a genuine steam engine that required either kerosene or alcohol that the kid had to fire in order to heat the water and create the steam that propelled the train. The model Dockyard leaked fuel from the back much like vintage railroads did, which caused water and kerosene to mingle. Additionally, it lacked tracks, unlike actual trains. 1950s was a simpler decade. Lead was present in paint, kids' safety seats were absent from automobiles, and little to no safety testing was done on toys. Getting a target and throwing darts at it is the basic idea behind lawn darts. When thrown, the darts would stick in the ground since they were sharp and heavy. By the way, you want such attributes in a weapon you hurl at someone, which is presumably how one murdered a little girl in 1987. In the US, the game has been repeatedly outlawed and reworked into somewhat different iterations. Currently, lawn darts come in soft-tipped varieties. This set, which was another toy introduced to us in the 1950s, was a kit for kids to learn how to blow glass. For comparison, glass must reach a temperature of roughly 1000 degrees Fahrenheit before it becomes bendable, in addition to the threats that it poses while it is cool and solid. The majority of us are aware of various adults who ought not even to possess such a thing. Simply pay your $20, visit your local Renaissance fair, and watch the glass blower. A safe distance away. When purchasing toys, this is one of the most crucial things to consider. Remember to comment on it. Goodbye.